Hey guys, Michael from Noble Life Studios here, and today I read an interesting article online that somebody had shown me. It was from a little while back, but I'd never gotten around to seeing it, and it's about the Migos Culture 2 album. Now, I'm not, a huge trap guy. I can get into some of it. I mean, I can vibe with some of it, but all of it, it's just not my thing. But I read something really interesting from a lot of different sources. DJ Booth and Uproxx, a bunch of hip hop journalism websites, saying that one of the Migos' DJs for that album said that they only spent 20 to 45 minutes max on each track, and that really really surprised me. At first, I got a little angry. I was like, wow, well, that was so lazy. Like, why would they do that? That's terrible. Like, they don't spend any time on their craft, because I mean, a lot of artists, they spend years, like sometimes 4 to 6 years, or sometimes a decade, working on all the songs in their album, and they spend hours and hours and hours and months perfecting each song. And then I read that let me read you the quote. The quote says, the DJ man, his name is Darrell, he says, we'll do one song in 20 minutes, and if they really want to take their time on it, they'll take 40 to 45 minutes, no more. And that just it did make me a little bit angry, because people spend a lot of time perfecting their craft, and I'm already, I'm a big, mumble rap is lazy and all that. I'm a big skeptic. I'm not really into the craze and everything. But when people spend all their time on their music, you think there's no way that they could get the quality of the Culture album, which is pretty highly reviewed. I mean, online. That's not my opinion. But everybody else thought, oh, the Migos Culture album was great, and this is supposed to be a big sequel. But they only spent 20 to 45 minutes per song, and this album did not get that good of reviews from anybody. Pitchfork, I think, gave it a 6.4 or something, and they were expecting to do a lot better. But it just made me think. I had to think to myself, it's like, okay, I mean, maybe we're just used to, well, this is the way it has to be, and they're breaking boundaries, or they're just going with the flow, or whatever comes out the first time is the best thing, or there's no doubling back. And maybe this isn't true. As a producer, I'm thinking, well, there's no way you could produce or completely record an entire album or an entire song, in 20 to 45 minutes. That's really not practical. But I mean, hey, it's not that hard these days. The trap beats, to me, sound very similar, and there's not much getting switched up in the beats or anything. And I mean, I guess they are just ad-libbing and freestyling on a lot of these songs. I'm impressed that they can memorize the lyrics, because this album has over 20 something songs on it. It's super saturated. I personally don't like it. I think that they just went for the quantity over quality, because if any of the songs becomes a single, they get a bunch of money for how many times that album is played on Spotify. And it makes me wonder, do they really just want to go with the flow and just do whatever comes out? Or are they really just trying to churn out as much stuff as they could, quantity over quality, and then try to, they think we'll just eat it up? And I mean, apparently it works, because that album was commercially successful. But I'm just not sure how I feel about the 20 to 45 minutes on a song every single album, no more, or whatever that guy said. I mean, I just feel like you should spend more time and be more creative and think. I mean, I guess if they're geniuses and they can spit it all out and it's all there, and maybe the genre that they're in is just a really simplistic genre. It doesn't make it bad. It's just not very technically complicated. And I guess maybe it can work, but I don't know. I was frustrated at first, but now I'm like, maybe this isn't true, or maybe it was an exaggeration, or maybe they just wanted to look like they were really good at what they did and they could do it really fast. But again, the Culture 2 album did not get that good of reviews, and it didn't, it has tons and tons of tracks, a lot of, low quality tracks. I mean, look at any reviewer, look at anybody online that does this stuff for albums. My man, the Melon, he gave that album, he had complaints about different tracks. It's like, there may be like good track and then two bad tracks, and then a good track and then two bad tracks. And so, I mean, the album honestly could have been cut in half, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them saying and bragging. They're bragging about it. I mean, if they're like, oh yeah, this is how long we spent, but they're kind of bragging like, hey, we only spent 20 minutes on one of these songs or whatever, and it was done. I don't know, but it was just a little bit off-putting. I was taken aback by it, and I don't know. I just want to know, I mean, what do you guys think? Are they masters of their craft, and they're able to put this stuff out quickly, and the Culture album was the best album, the Culture 2 album was the best album ever? Or do you think, oh, this is lazy, they should have spent more time on their album? And they shouldn't be bragging about how little time they invested into the album and making that one of a bragging point on their part. But yeah, that's it for the video. You guys don't have to agree. You can agree. I'd love it if you agreed. But definitely think about it. Think about what you think people should spend on music and how long it should take to produce. You know, what makes something, what signifies that something has been, you know, kind of just lazily thrown together versus something that was really good that just happened and was good on the first try. You know, let me know what you think and comment below, and share this video if you enjoyed it, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.